So with Fortnite Remix releasing about 4 to 5 days ago now, we've been receiving a lot of information on what's to come next for the game. Of course, Chapter 6 being next month, and recently we got an update saying that Chapter 1 OG is supposed to be coming back again, of course, permanently though, this time, which is interesting and also seems to be a bit random. You would think if they were to bring it back, it'd be for a short period of time because they don't want to overshadow regular BR. I would think at least. However, according to Shinna and Hypex, Chapter 1 is going to be returning this December, but like it's going to cycle through all the seasons, which is better than OG was, I think, in my opinion. I just think it's cool that it's going to be going through every season now, apparently. Allegedly, it's not confirmed just yet. We don't really have any official stuff on this, of course, because it's, like a month early. However, I've heard we're supposed to be getting some stuff at the Game Awards or something like that. Of course, like I said, nothing is official, confirmed, but it's pretty much confirmed, I guess. It's in a weird, early state of, not confirmed, but basically is. But I have worries about this. And I know, second negative video in a row. I apologize for that. It's not even really negative. I think it's going to be a good time. Chapter 1's awesome. Especially if we're going to go through every season again. I think it has a lot of potential to just, bring the game back to a certain extent. After Chapter 5 being not the greatest for a lot of people. I liked it a lot personally, but I know a lot of people that didn't like it. I think it could bring some players back, of course. Chapter 2 Remix, I don't think did as much as people might have been expecting it to. I haven't played much of a Remix myself. I've been playing a lot of Reload, as you can see with the gameplay here, which we'll get into this map very shortly. But I do have a bit of a worry for the OG coming back again. You see, Reload, if you ask me, is only really popular because at the moment it's the only mode that we have that, other than Save the World, of course, but Battle Royale based, that is so similar to OG because it has a bunch of old weapons. The old art style is still here. And I fear for Reload because if OG comes back in its full, entirety, every season, all the weapons and stuff are the same, I feel like Reload might get, shafted, I guess, because, I mean, it's pretty much OG, but arguably better if you ask me. I like Reload a lot more than just the regular BR mode. It's in my name as well, as you can probably tell. I like it a lot. I just worry that if this is their next move here to bring back Chapter 1 again, that it might kind of take, Reload's player base, and I don't know, I just think it might, hurt Reload some. I especially think it'll hurt regular BR too, because I assume they're still doing Chapter 6. I don't see how they could just stop doing chapters, but if they, do both at the same time, it's going to divide up the player base even more than it already is now, between all the creative modes that we have now, as well as, Reload. There's zero builds and builds splitting up the player base, the ranked modes too, and I don't know. I think it's an odd decision to bring it back permanently. I think a lot of the charm with these, OG seasons is the fact that they'll be back for a short period of time so you can re-experience it for a bit. However, I just find it a little weird to bring it back now, because we just had it last year, and we're also just now getting into Chapter 2 Remix, which is already, pretty much just OG from last year for Chapter 2. It's, the exact same thing. It's just a bit of an odd decision. I think it'll be fun, of course. It's Chapter 1. It was a great time. And if I can, re-experience some things that I had back then, it'd be a lot of fun, I think. But I just don't know. It's we'll have to see how this goes. I do worry that it'll just divide up the player base even more, though. That's my main concern here. I think since UEFN came out, it's already kind of divided the player base enough, and I could see this, hurting regular BR a lot too, because if you take all your players away from the main Battle Royale mode, then I feel like they're going to put less effort into updating it, because they're going to have oh, if you don't want to play this, just play, OG, I think that could be the mentality they get from this. And especially, I know a lot of people have been wanting the OG art style to kind of return in a way for the new chapters, which I don't think is going to happen now. If they're bringing back OG, I think it's their excuse to keep the newer chapters, a more modern vibe. You give the old players what they want with the older graphics and stuff with OG, and you can build on your newer chapters, make them great. You can make them very pretty. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, I think. I am excited to see what happens here, but I'm just also kind of worried at the same time. Mostly for Reload's sake, because it's my new favorite mode. But yeah, leave all your opinions down below on that topic. And now it's time to get into my favorite topic of this video, that being the new map for Reload. If you didn't know, Reload got an update with Chapter 2 Remix coming back. It's got a new map, and it looks really very pretty. It's very fun to play on. It's got a lot of unique POIs, a lot of old ones too, like Shifty Shafts, Paradise Palms. Lazy Links also came back to a certain extent. It's not the same layout, of course. It's very different, but it's really good. And I think you guys really need to play it because it's really, really fun. The weapons have changed a bit. The one thing I will say about it is I wish they didn't vault the pump. I don't know what it is about Fortnite. They just hate the pump shotgun. I swear they do. The shotguns aren't terrible. You can use an auto shotgun. I like the Thunder Pump or whatever it's called. It's a not striker pump. It's one of the pump shotguns. But the shotguns aren't terrible. Assault rifles are not the worst either. I do wish they had kept the original assault rifle and pump shotgun though. I just think it's a staple. If you're gonna have an OG mode, I think you need to keep like the staple weapons. You can add some more. I like having like a variety here, but I do wish they had just kept more of the old ones too. I think if you take out enough of the old ones, it doesn't feel like an OG mode anymore, but that's just my opinion. It's still a very, very fun time. I have had quite a bit of fun. I've played a lot of Arena too for it, and I gotta say, it's pretty easy to rank up in solos, because solos is also what they've added to this. So playing this new map, there's solos. It's a whole new experience. It's so much fun. Solos in Reload, I know was a big topic of discussion because people weren't sure how they were going to do it. So the system goes like you get 2 lives at the very start of the match, 2 like reboots, I'm sorry, and if you run out, then you obviously will die if you get killed again. But if you keep your lives, you get 50 plus overshield at the end of after the end, like when they disable reboots and stuff. It's a great system. I love it. It like really makes you want to survive. Like I know Reload typically feels like, oh, I'll just come back, it's fine. But this solos Reload, you have extra lives, sure, but if you like can keep them, you get a pretty like good shield buff at the end of the match, and it's just a lot of fun. It's pretty intense sometimes, especially if you land like Paradise, like a hot drop location. It can be very intense, which is also it's a fun time. You need to play it. It's great. I will play this for a long time. And if you are a fan of the older Reload map, good news for you, it's not gone forever. Starting on the 12th of this month, they will be doing a map rotation every 30 minutes or so, I believe. It's very similar if you've ever played Apex Legends for a while. I know they had a map rotation. They might still have it, actually. But if you are interested in that, then be ready, because on the 12th they will be doing that, and I think it's going to be really fun. There's a lot of good locations in both maps, and if you like the more classic style, the original is great for you. If you want like a more I'd say that this map feels more competitive, honestly. I don't know what it is about this desert map, or Oasis as it's called, I believe. I feel like it's more competitive feeling. I don't know if it's just like the desert gives it that vibe, but it's a lot more fun if you want like a competitive experience. I've had a lot more chill experiences on the original. Maybe it's just people getting better at the mode. But yeah, it's really cool, and I hope they do more maps because I would love to have more in the rotation. It'd be cool if we had a winter biome themed one for this Christmas. I hope they do that because I just love having new maps. It's really fun to explore them and stuff. But yeah, that would be it for today, I think. If you want to see some reload gameplay, some more of it, because I have a lot of matches that I've played for this, a lot of videos just waiting to be uploaded. So if you guys want to see those, then make sure you like and subscribe. If you can't see it, but I'm doing little like finger guns with little snaps like Better Call Saul. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later. Thank you.